MICK here representing Move the Needle Music, and welcome to this week's edition of the Week Beat. Diving right in, I certainly hope that you guys are enjoying yourself after the Thanksgiving holiday. We won't talk too much about that because who knows, somebody might watch this 20 years into the future and it could be August, so that would have been an awkward thing to say right off the bat. But moving on. It's been a really cool week around here. I got a number of really cool 45s, and I also bought a collection from a gentleman who is a real Green Beret. And we're going to talk about some of those in an upcoming video. I found some really cool records in that collection, and I'm excited. I haven't had enough time to listen to them yet, but when I do, then we'll make a video. And I'm already rambling. That's great. First one up, this one comes as a gift, an early gift from my wife. Mostly because I fixed something on our new dryer and saved us a whole bunch of money, and she said, cool, get yourself a 45. And I did. Thank you, honey. On the Alston label, for those of you who don't know enough about the Alston label with Henry Stone and Steve Limo, check it out. But this is Betty Wright, the Babysitter. Now, I had a copy of this that I got in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. I was super excited. It was a rough copy, but it was still playable, and I enjoyed it so much that I had to get this promo copy. Now I want to say something I love about these promo copies, and I know that there's kind of like there's a thing in the collector community where guys are like, oh, it's got writing on it, or it's got stickers. Enough with that. Okay, so let's just deal with this one specifically. It says 9 of 72 on it. That's cool. It's like the date on your 55 Telecaster. It's the date. It's cool. It's got a black X, which means the DJ should have played it on that side. And then on the other side is a sticker that says 20867. Not sure what that means. Maybe that was some cataloging number for their system. But that's cool, man. That's the cool artifacty stuff that I like. Next up, Little Beaver, 6-foot hole, and wish I had a girl like you. Sorry. Now I've got a bunch of Little Beaver records. They're all 45s. They're all styrene, and I was excited that this one's vinyl, and it's a great song. And if you haven't checked it out, I definitely think you should. This is also this is on the Cat label, but this is closely well, I mean it's Henry Stone, so Alston, Henry Stone, Cat Records. Also on this label, you want to check out Gwen McCrae, and that's my lane. Those two records are my lane. Check them out, you're gonna love them. Moving along, the Buddy Miles Express. Oh, yeah, this is a cool one, and I'll tell you why this is a cool one. Because A, I didn't have this one growing up. I had a number of Buddy Miles records there, unfortunately down there in the pocket. Maybe I should have brought them out, but hey, for time, let's just say, trust me, I have them. And I have a cool story about those Buddy Miles records. Now I feel like I should have taken them out. Damn it all the hell. Anyway, this is a great record. I didn't have this one growing up, so it's exciting for me to listen to. And if you're like me, or around my age, in the 90s, Buddy Miles, well, I should say whoever it was, I think it was Mercury Records, where most of his stuff was, but they put out a compilation, and that compilation had Train, which is on this record, on that compilation. And I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, oh, okay, so I knew Memphis Train off of the Them Changes record, but this was just Train. I thought that was a cool tune, and I'll tell you why, man. It's got that raw, just raw studio energy. You just don't hear that too much anymore these days, except on my record. We'll talk about that later. Then yesterday, because I was officially not on quarantine, I mentioned in a previous video, my wife and I left the country for a little over a week to celebrate our anniversary, and when you came back to New York State, you had to do a 14-day quarantine. Thankfully, we're all healthy and safe, and we hope that you are too. But as my quarantine was lifted, I went out and bought that collection, like I said earlier in the video, and then I stopped to see my buddy Bob, the record guy, and Bob was holding this for me. It's again a promo copy on Federal, a Freddie King, Freddie with a Y, Texas Oil, and then on the other side was the vocal tune, which is What About Love, and it's in great condition. Oh man, I was so excited to see this. It's a little dusty, but I've been listening to it for close to 24 hours now, and I couldn't have spent my money on anything better. Other than the next record, which I got here in front of me. I'm actually this excited. None of this is forced at all. Johnny Guitar Watson in shrink, well, with the price sticker. And this is the early Johnny Guitar Watson stuff, and I'm sure you know that already, but if you don't, Johnny Guitar Watson, if by chance, if you only know him from the Real Mother For Ya era, there's some great stuff that he did way before that on the modern RPM, you know, kind of family there. And this is in excellent condition. And pardon the light there, I'll do this. Yeah, cool camera work, man. But I'm excited. I've been listening to this one all morning, and I'm going to listen to it for the rest of the week. It is a cool Ace Records release of those old recordings. And when I found it in the bin, I said to Bob right away, I said, man, I look for his older records all the time, and you never find them out in the wild. So do I mind buying an import kind of re-release? No. As a matter of fact, this is about the 5th or 6th one I've bought in the last couple of months, and I'm starting to really dig it. And I'll tell you why, because they didn't alter the original recordings. They just re-released them. And that isn't always the case, and I'm sure you've got a story that you could leave in the comments below of a record that you bought, that you were excited about, and then you've heard a ton of times, and then you bought a re-release and you found out they did something weird to it, like added extra reverb or added, you know, other guitar solos and whatever. I don't know why they do that stuff, man. Maybe they're marketing techniques, but I'm not crazy about it, and I'm sure you're not either. So if that's happened to you, let's talk about it in the comments. That'd be a lot of fun, actually. So in closing, you know, I always make mention of the new record that I've put out called My Claim to Fame. It was recorded at legendary Fame Studios in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. You can get a copy of it from my website at movetheneedlemusic.com. While you're there, grab yourself a hat or a t-shirt. Everything is 50% off right now. Apparel, that is, I should say. And also, I've added a new feature. There's a tab at the top that says Store, and that's where I sell some of the records that I find that are out in the wild that are in just too clean and too good of condition to leave sitting there wherever it may be. I am still traveling, although we can't tour traditionally, but I'm traveling for this. This is my life's, I don't know, man. This is my DNA. This is what I enjoy the most. And it took me like over 40 years to realize that, but hey, we're talking about it today. So if you'd like to grab yourself a t-shirt, hat, and a copy of my record while you're at movetheneedlemusic.com, I truly would appreciate it. If you're more comfortable shopping through Amazon, as a number of us are, you've already got a credit card saved there or what have you, go to amazon.com and just type in My Claim to Fame. You'll find that it is Prime eligible. Beyond that, it is streaming everywhere, and I truly hope that you guys are enjoying yourself. So I hope that you will take a moment to please like and subscribe to this channel. It means everything, and it does. What else can I say? This is something that I'm trying to see grow, and I'm trying to be a bigger part of the community every day. So please take a moment to like, subscribe, click the bell notification, smash the bell. As they say, I'm just so trying to be like young and hip these days. That's something about being over 40. Either way, I'm going to leave you for today. Thanks so much for tuning in, folks, and we'll see you next time.